In this video, we show you how to install DB2 Express C on Windows XP. Other videos show how to install DB2 Express C on Windows Vista, Windows 7, Linux, and the Mac. Let's get started. After logging on to Windows XP with a Windows Local Administrator account, go to the directory where you downloaded the DB2 Express C image and extract the zip file. I will extract to the same directory. After the extraction is completed, go to the XPC directory and then to the image directory and double click on Setup exe. It takes a few seconds for the DB2 Setup Launchpad to start. Now click on Install a product. If this is your first DB2 installation, you will only see a button that says Install New. If you had installed a DB2 product before, you will also see one more buttons called Work with Existing. This is because DB2 allows you to have multiple installations or copies of the product on one machine. Let's click on Install Now. Then the DB2 setup will start up. The DB2 setup wizard will take a few seconds to come up. Once it comes up, we need to wait until the button Next is available. We will choose all the defaults during the installation process. Let's click Next. In the Software License Agreement panel, review the license agreement and then click on Agreement and click on Next. For the installation type, choose the default of Typical and click Next. On this other panel, choose the default to install DB2 Express C. On this computer and save my settings in a response file. Saving the response to a file allows you to perform silent installation in the future. This is convenient when you need to install DB2 on many computers and you don't want to manually select DB2 installation options on each computer. Click Next. For the installation folder, we will choose the default. Click Next. Now you need to set up user information for the DB2 administration server. The DB2 administration server is required for using DB2 tools. You have two choices, local user or domain user account, which is the default, or local system account. If you plan to share resources machine, the general recommendation is to use option 1, local user or domain user account. If you don't plan to share resources machine, then you can choose option 2, local system account. Let's choose the default and then continue with the other fields. For the domain field, let's leave the default right now since we are not connected to a domain. Then for the username, you can use an existing Windows account. This user must be part of the local administrator group in Windows. If the user does not exist, DB2 will create it and it will be created as a Windows local administrator. The default user ID provided is DB2 admin, but we suggest to change it. So in our case, we use admin123 and we will put a password. And confirm the password. Leave the checkbox at the bottom check so that Windows services created for DB2 also use the same user ID. To start and stop the service, click Next. In the Configure DB2 Instances panel, Leave the default and click Next. Finally, you will see a summary of what will be installed. You can scroll down to see everything that has been selected. And if you are satisfied, you can click Finish to continue with the installation process. Otherwise, click on Back and Fix. Whatever was not to your satisfaction, we will click Finish. After a few minutes, DB2 Express should have been successfully installed in your system. When the setup is complete, you can review the post-install steps and then click on Finish. At the end of the installation, your browser should automatically come up and start the DB2 first steps tool, which is discussed on other video.